go back to more fun with Scott Sternberg.
Welcome back. We have a good game going. Jerry in the lead here with 60, Lynn with 40, Steve with 10. Time for round number 2, and we're going to take a look at the categories first for this round. They are network fashions, women in songs, our top story tonight, the Oscars, and TV's leading men. I'm going to give you 20 points this time for each correct answer. However, we're going to take 20 points away if you don't get it right. We have another time capsule hidden behind one of our decades. And Charlie, it's up to you to tell us what's there.
It's the Ben Casey Play Hospital set. Debuting in 1961, this TV show was one of the most popular of the decade. The set includes a framed medicine cabinet, a little black doctor's bag, and complete instructions. No longer will house calls be a thing of the past. Back to you, Scott.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Okay, that play set is available. Before we start round number 2, however, Steve, we know that you do a Robert De Niro impression.
Uh-oh.
Just to get us started, give us a little of that, will you?
Well, I can't. I'll do something for Raging Bull without dialogue.
Whatever you like.
I heard some things. Thank you.
Okay, Steve, thank you very much. I was waiting for the end of it. I wasn't sure where it was. All right, Lynn, you had the last correct answer. Go ahead. Pick.
All right, let's go back to the 80s and TV's leading men.
This leading man plays a single TV dad named Tony Michelli. Steve.
Who's the boss?
No. Lynn.
Tony Danza?
Tony Danza is what we were looking for. Tony Danza.
No.
And 20 points for you, Lynn. Pick again.
All right, let's go back to the 80s, women in songs.
The 1983 Grammy Awards were dominated by LA session musicians Toto and their tribute to this woman. Jerry?
No. Roseanne.
No. Lynn?
Rosanna.
Rosanna. Written for?
Rosanna Arquette.
Correct. Okay, good, Lynn. Go again.
All right, let's go back to the 80s, network fashions.
This fashion trend, originally considered corny tourist wear, became very hip thanks to Magnum P.I. Lynn?
A Hawaiian print shirt.
Yes, the Hawaiian shirts. Go again, Lynn.
Network fashions in the 70s.
The popularity of Happy Days saw the return of 50s fashions and a demand for this type of outerwear worn by the Fonz. Steve?
A leather jacket.
Yes, leather jacket. As a matter of fact, Fonzie's jacket is at the Smithsonian. Thank you. Okay, Steve, pick again.
How about the 70s and the Oscars?
There you got the time capsule, Steve. Okay, here you go. This is going to be worth 40 points for you. All right, if you get it right, you will take over second place, plus a chance at that Ben Casey playset.
Oh.
All right? Lynn, Jerry, you're out of this one. 70s, the Oscars. In 1972, Marlon Brando refused to accept his Oscar in a speech made by this woman.
Sasheen Littlefeather?
Is good and right for 40 points. All right, Steve, second place is now yours. Pick again.
Let's go with the 80s and the Oscars.
Staying with the Oscars, Stevie Wonder's Oscar for the best song of 1984, I Just Called to Say I Love You, was from this Gene Wilder film. Lynn?
The Woman in Red.
Yes. Pick again.
Ah, the 70s, TV's leading men.
Who played Murray Slaughter and Meryl Steubing? Steve? Lynn or Jerry? Oh, Lynn.
Gavin McLeod.
Yes, it was Gavin McLeod. It was driving good. From the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Love Boat. Lynn, still in control. You got a big lead here. Pick again.
Woo, 60s, TV's leading men.
This actor starred as the even-tempered owner of Mr. Ed. Nobody knows this. Oh, Alan Young. Alan Young. He played Wilbur Post. Okay, Lynn, go again.
The 80s, our top story tonight.
On June 7th, 1982, this major tourist attraction opened its doors to the public in Memphis, Tennessee. Steve?
Graceland?
Yes, it was Graceland. Go again.
Okay, how about the 60s and the Oscars again?
In 1967, Rod Steiger's Oscar-winning performance was in this Best Picture. Steve?
In the Heat of the Night?
Yes, it was. In the Heat of the Night. 2 in a row for you now, Steve.
Oh,
pick again.
Jeez. Let's go with 70s and women in songs.
In 1972, Billy Paul sang about a thing going on with this woman. Steve.
Mrs. Jones.
Mrs. Jones is right. Steve, you're doing real well here. Up
Okay.
to 90 points. Go again.
The 50s, TV's leading men.
Finishing out this category, this actor starred for 3 years during the 50s as Mr. Peepers. Steve.
Wally Cox.
Yes, Wally Cox. Steve is doing very well. Go again.
How about the 50s for the Oscars?
Okay, finishing up the Oscars. George Stevens won the 1956 Oscar for directing this last film performance of James Dean. Steve.
Giant.
Yes, it was Giant.
Okay.
Can you name the other 2 films that James Dean did?
Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden.
Boy, you're pretty good at this. However, we're out of Oscars, Steve. You got to go with another category. Pick one.
Oh, let's see. The 60s with women in songs.
In 1965, the Beach Boys sang out for help from this woman, Lynn.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
Everybody
help
now.
me, Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda. Great. Go again, Lynn.
All right, 60s network fashions.
In the series Julia, Diane Carroll wore this type of uniform. Lynn.
She wore a nurse's uniform.
Yes, she did. She was a nurse. Go again.
50s network fashions.
June Cleaver, one of TV's best-dressed moms, almost always cleaned house and cooked dinner wearing a dress and this type of jewelry. Lynn.
Pearl necklace.
Yes, pearls. Pearls. Did Beaver wear any jewelry when he came to dinner?
No.
Remember?
No.
I
Nose
think
ring or
so.
something.
Okay, pick again.
70s and our top story tonight.
A new word became part of the legal jargon when this actor was the first to be sued for palimony. Lynn.
Palimony. I don't... Sorry.
No, Steve. Jerry. Steve.
Lee Marvin.
Yes, Lee Marvin. Lee Marvin was looking for it. Steve. Go again.
50s women in songs.
After she fell asleep at the movies, the Everly Brothers used these title words to arouse her. Lynn.
Wake up, little Susie. Wake up.
Everybody, wake up, little Susie. Right again, Lynn. Go ahead, pick again.
Ooh, the 60s, our top story tonight.
A baby boom occurred in July of 1966. 9 months after this occurred in the northeast section of the U.S. Jerry.
The blackout at Power out of New York.
Yes, it was the blackout.
I got
okay,
one.
Jerry, congratulations. A little applause for Jerry, sure, why
Thank you
not?
very much.
Okay, last question here in round number 2, 50s, our top story tonight. In 1957, this was ballyhooed as the best engineered automobile ever designed. Jerry.
The Edsel.
Yeah, the Edsel, exactly right. That is the end of round number 2. We take a look at our scores. Lynn in the lead with 200. Steve with 150. Jerry 80. The all-important decades round is coming up. We'll find our winner, and we'll do it right after this.